All right, all right.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
We are
Alex.
back streaming live. Ori, how's
Oh,
it going?
yes. Good, very good. Excited for this new episode.
That's it.
Fresh and
Well,
ready.
things don't always go according to plan. So it has been almost a month since we jumped on the last time. Tell us, why have we gone radio? And also, this live stream was scheduled at originally scheduled an hour ago, 10:30 Melbourne time, but now we're jumping on an hour later. Man, things don't always go according to plan, isn't it? So tell us, where have we been, Ori, in the last month or so?
Oh, I think the last episode was actually from Europe. I was in Europe. And for all our Australian friends, the internet connection seems to be terrible over there. So that's why there were a few interruptions, technical
Yeah,
difficulties. But yeah, I had a long family holiday overseas.
yeah,
And then I think you went to New Zealand a couple weeks ago.
yeah. So right after you came back, I went away. So we went to New Zealand. The good old school holidays. So was away for 2.5 weeks and whatnot, and just decided to unplug and but now we're back.
So
Now
we
we
are
are
back.
back, and the reason why we got delayed for an hour was there was a gastro outbreak of all things at my daughter's kinder, and they have decided to shut the center for the rest of the week. So all the parents had to rush in and pick them up and find a place for them to
You were
hang
one
out.
of them.
Yes,
Family first,
exactly.
family first. So it's good. And the most important part is simply follow through. So even though plans change, we never give up on the final action. So I'm excited for this
Well,
episode.
exactly. Life is never a straight line. As long as we're happy to stay in the mess and deal with it, I think that is a positive attitude on how to do life, according to my books.
What's tell the audience if they're watching now or if they're watching later. Is there anything happening in the marketing world? Any big takeaways? Any recent light bulb moments? What's happening in your marketing brain?
What's happening in my brain at the moment? Well, we had another successful workshop
You did.
a few weeks ago, and we have our upcoming one and final one for the year in November. Remind me of the dates again, 29th and the 30th?
I think 28th and 29th. It's always Thursday
28th.
and Friday.
Yep. So for those of you who are watching, and I can see people who are actually jumping on right now, we will be running another marketing live. We will be running another StoryBrand live workshop in November, on the 28th and 29th of November in Melbourne. And last time we had another successful run. We had probably the most turnout or the most signups according to our history of doing workshops, and everybody walked away once again with tremendous value. We had so many positive feedback, and a few of them actually became
Yeah.
clients, which is the highlight for me.
Yeah, nice.
Also, the highlight is we are going to bring the workshop to Sydney and potentially New Zealand starting 2025 as well, which is
Awesome.
your home turf.
Let's do it,
Ori.
Sydney. Can't wait.
Yep.
This will be really
So
good.
we definitely have a wait list happening at the moment, and a lot of them aren't from New South Wales or even from the people from Queensland. It'll be a easier
Yeah.
trip for them to go to Sydney. So
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait.
for sure. Yeah, it's I keep thinking about the workshop. How even if you spend two days just by yourself thinking about marketing, you leave much better off.
Yeah.
But being in an environment where you have other business owners that can give you feedback and can be in the room with you, you get the guidance, you get the tools, you get the skills, and all packaged up in a 2-day workshop is just tremendous, super fun as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so the November one, I believe, is at least 50 to 60% filled. So, yeah, we're just really keen to get it all going.
Yeah,
Anyways,
so cool.
that is our 5-minute small talk. And what is our agenda today, Ori?
We love AI, and we always geek out on some latest AI stuff in ChatGPT, and we found a recent use case that we wanted to share with the audience. And then we had someone submitting a website for our review,
Mm.
At the end of the stream, I'll show you how you can submit your own reviews, and in the description in the video. If you want us to review your marketing collateral, just submit it, send us your details, and then we can bring it live into the marketing live jam. That's why we do this, because we want to help you think like a marketer, and the best way to do that is to actually show you how we do it. And
Yeah,
so
and
we
what's
look at a
interesting
we look at
about
a website.
and what's interesting about us reviewing these things live is that it is a bit of a blind test for us. I haven't personally, I like when people submit their
Yeah,
marketing and websites and sales funnels and whatnot, I don't look at them until we actually uh, are on live. So the whole controlling idea or the essence of what we're doing here is to give marketing advice in real time.
yeah,
And this is usually where the rubber hits the road. Sometimes we come up with amazing advice, sometimes not so amazing advice, but that's the whole point of doing a live jam. We're
yeah, yeah,
jamming it and improvising on the go, which is
yeah.
really fun.
But
Cool.
you always say yourself, even us at C Sharp, we need to get external help because we're so close to our business. Um, and yeah, if you're stuck in your own business, you are not alone. Even the best
Absolutely.
marketers are struggling with the same issue.
Absolutely. Well, that's the thing with this sort of blind test type kind of scenario. You want someone to look at your website or your marketing from fresh eyes with no pre-existing biases. So if okay, and we'll go through it when we review this website, right? But I was just going to come in as a day-to-day consumer who knows absolutely nothing about your products and services
Yeah,
and be able to tell you my immediate feedback, which is
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
I'm always nervous when I show my wireframes to my wife because she's not a marketer at all, and she's like,
that's awesome.
"This doesn't sound good. This sounds
Yep. And
strange."
that's
And I'm
usually
like,
that's the best advice. That's
"Yeah."
where you will get the best advice, right?
And I'm like, I'm offended because I put so much heart and soul into it, and then it doesn't make sense to an everyday consumer.
Yeah, cool. All
But
right. Well,
cool.
we wanted to show people a bit of a use case on a recent ChatGPT endeavor that we've gone into.
Yeah,
We thought that was a very, very good example in terms of how to use AI to your advantage, instead of just ask the AI random questions and then let the AI actually make critical decisions for you.
yeah,
By this point, a lot of people would have used AI tools like ChatGPT and another tool that we're going to talk about towards the end as well. Um,
yeah,
and by this
cool.
point, a lot of people would know that the quality of the output really depends on the volume of the input that you're going to give. The more context, the more instructions that you give, the better outcome you're going to get. And we thought that what we're going to show you would be a good use case. Did you want
Yeah,
to bring it
cool.
up,
Yeah,
Ori?
share it with you. So I actually put it in a doc to kind of have it more streamlined. So, bit of context: we were engaged to create a video script for a new tennis and badminton store. Oh, it's like an upgraded tennis and badminton store called 2G Sports in Melbourne. And so they've moved location, so they wanted to create a new video, a brand video. And we had a brief with the client. We got a bunch of info on what we should say in the video. And then, so what I did, I took all this together, I put it into ChatGPT and said, hey, give me a 60 to 90-second script. And this is what it came up with. Yeah, this is the initial result that ChatGPT was giving us. It said, welcome to 2G Sports, Melbourne's flagship store for badminton and tennis enthusiasts, located at 538 to 540 Whitehorse Road, Mitcham. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting, we've got you covered with the widest range of rackets, shoes, apparel, and accessories from top brands like Yonex, Victor, and Li-Ning. Now, not bad. Um, it did the job. Yeah, it created a script. But us as marketers, we know we want to start with a hook. We want to start with a strong start, and so we then used that script and rewrote it. Now,
Hmm.
I don't want to read the whole script. You can pause the video at any time and read it yourself to kind of
Maybe
get an
we'll drop
idea.
it. Maybe we'll drop it in the description below when we
Yeah,
finish with the call.
yeah,
Yeah,
no worries.
yeah, cool.
But yeah, you kind of get an idea of the tone of voice that ChatGPT created. And again, like Alex said, it all depends on the input. I've just taken all the notes that I had and put them into ChatGPT to give me an initial start. But don't use ChatGPT as your your gospel or your be and end all. It's just there to help you. So we then
So
created
if
our
I
own
could
guide.
just pause you there quickly, Ori.
Yeah,
For those of you who are watching, I can't begin to tell you how many times our clients or people come to me and say, "Oh, we've written a whole bunch of blogs and all that sort of stuff," and then they started sending us this big long document with basically copying pasting ChatGPT results. Right? We 3 seconds into looking into it, we know that it is done by the AI, and also, yep, thank you for showing us that as well. The internet is not stupid and the algorithms are not stupid. There will be a point, or is already starting to happen, where you use ChatGPT content, Google or whoever that you decide to park your information with or advertise with will start penalizing you if you use content that is not ingenuine or um, just not
not
designed,
human.
not human, exactly, right?
Yeah,
Because the algorithms are almost like the force. What is the force, right? In Star Wars.
yeah,
um, but the algorithms essentially are designed to find content or reward content or rank content that has the most human engagement. Okay, so that's the principle.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
good enough for us to just jam keywords or jam content into a website and hope for quote unquote SEO benefits, right? What Google is really looking for is the most genuine human experience that you're able to provide
yeah,
online or from your website. So if we just go down the lazy route and go, here's a bunch of information, copy and paste from ChatGPT without further processing, eventually you're going to get penalized, right?
yes,
And that's the exact thing that we were trying to avoid to do. ChatGPT, we've given ChatGPT a bunch of information. It's probably given us a okay script. I would probably say 30. It's done 30 or 40% of the job, which is still huge help.
yeah,
But now is the time to deploy the human effort to come up with something a little bit more decent. So
yeah.
you can keep showing us that.
Yeah. So here are two ways to detect if something is AI written. If you're in Australia and somebody sends you AI copy, if it's in American English, it's most likely AI generated because all the language models are in American English. And you can often tell, but if the text has long sentences, a lot of commas, a lot of weird words, then it's typically AI. I'm putting myself on the spot now, but I'm betting that an AI detector will see that this is AI. So I've copied this. There's a tool called Copy Leaks. I will paste this in here and let's see what it says. Oh yeah, AI content detected everywhere. Yeah, no surprise. So what we have done is we have um, written the script ourselves, taken some elements and inspirations of what ChatGPT has given us, and
Mhm.
then Alex, I will let you go through this because this is your skill and your script,
My masterpiece, yeah,
your
sure.
masterpiece.
um, so basically, what I've done then is we take ChatGPT, and then from a scripting or messaging point of view, the principle is we always want to start with a problem, and then we articulate the solution to the problem in the most clear and concise way, and then we present a call to action. Okay, once again, we may just link the document at once we finish the call
Yeah,
in the description below, so
yeah,
people can actually see what like
the
from a
difference.
human, yeah, from a sort of experienced marketer copywriter point of view, how we're changing what's existing into basically this formula of what the problem is, how we're going to present a solution, and then how we're going to call people to action. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Are you
and
happy
it,
to put me? Are you happy for me to put you on the spot and see if this is AI generated?
yeah, go ahead.
Let's
I've
let's see.
actually
I don't
never
think I
thought of
tested it.
that. Okay, all right, let's do that.
So let's clear this. This is the new script. Hey, this is human text.
Human text, yay!
Nice. Well done,
So we've
Alex.
got a
You
higher
are a
chance
human.
for we've got a higher chance for human interaction.
Yeah.
Given this script.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Awesome.
put the link of this file into the description of the video so that you can read through it yourself and dissect it however you want.
Yeah, great.
But One quick thing that we wanted to show you actually is we have the ChatGPT script, we have our own scripts, and then we realized, hey, this script or the audience for this video is actually more younger,
Mm.
and this script is probably for a normal, let's say 30 to 40 year old audience. So what we've done is we've gone to ChatGPT and given it the human script and then said, can you make the script a little bit more youthful?
Yeah,
And this is where ChatGPT was really helpful because it was taking what we have created and has amended it to suit a more younger audience. And we
absolutely.
thought the results was really good because we've
Yep.
we've given it the foundation of what we wanted it to work with.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that is the golden nugget that we're trying to draw out from this particular use case, is that we started with ChatGPT and then we put in the human effort and follow a certain copywriting structure. But based on the need and the specific context of our client, them being targeted to a younger generations, like basically people on TikTok and whatnot who appreciate more fast paced, more street language, and so on and so forth, right? We then ask the AI to go, okay, we want you to reproduce what we've come up with in this style. And the result was tremendous. And we ended
Yeah,
up using the script for our media day that happened last week. And and I'm really well. We're still in the middle of editing at the moment, but I'm already
yeah.
really loving what we're seeing and hearing already.
Well, once the video is ready, we should actually show it and see how it comes out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Well, shameless plug for our friend Wei, who is the owner for 2G Sports. So if you are into badminton and tennis, like I am, I'm a tennis enthusiast. I actually had my tennis com last night where I play terribly, and Wei was actually in my team as well. But if you are a badminton and tennis enthusiast and happen to live in Melbourne and love the physical experience, of going into a store and actually touching and feeling and demoing equipment, Nunawading and Mitcham is the place that you want to go to. Check them out. 2G Sports. They have just recently fitted out a brand new location, a flagship store. Look, I'm not getting any money out of this, but Wei is an amazing guy, and I would just love to give him the shout out. So, 2G Sports in Melbourne, Mitcham, is the store that you want to be checking out. Okay,
hey,
moving on.
I'm not into
Story.
tennis or badminton, but the script is so good, I might consider it now.
Yeah, good man. All right, moving on. What are we doing next?
So we have a website review due, and it's from mybluetea.com.au. And you said you have never looked at it, so I'm going to give you the surprise now. I'm going to move to the site, and then you can give me your first marketing reaction. So you
Okay,
ready?
good. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to um, go live as well on Instagram. Give me 1 sec. We're winging this on the go. Yep. So if you want to start, what am I doing? There you go. All right. Well, yeah, or if you want to get that website ready and whatnot, I'm just going to talk to Instagram people for a little bit. Hi, Instagram. Alex here
Sure.
from C Sharp. We are actually live on YouTube at the moment. So if you happen to be watching or seeing this video, feel free to jump on our YouTube channel so that we can do some live. You can check out some live marketing review.
Awesome. All right. I will show you the site in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So the business is called. Oh, okay. Now, what did I say? Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. All right. So, this is probably one of the things that can be a little bit controversial. So, as you can see, about 3 seconds into coming onto your website and not even starting to understand what you do and how you're solving my problem and whatnot, there's a pop-up box there to give me a 10% off, which I don't hate, but we probably just pop-up is always interesting. We all have different opinions on pop-up boxes. I am personally not a huge fan because anything that moves on a website is a distraction to the eyeball, or you may want to be a little bit more strategic in terms of there's a technique, and you'll be able to speak into that sort of more precisely from a technical point of view, Ori.
Yeah.
Once you show intention to exit the website, there is a pop-up box that pops up. What is that feature again?
Don't know what it's. Oh, I think it's exit intent. It's like an exit pop-up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right. So there are some sort of smarter websites. I mean, I'm talking about on a desktop point of view, right? On mobile is a different experience, right?
Yeah.
Once you hover to the exit button, then it will be a pop up. Then that's sort of the attempt to try and keep people on the website. Uh,
Yeah.
but just based on this very little experience that we've just had so far, what is the name of the owner again? Chris.
Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, if you're watching, yeah, the pop up box probably needs to be thought out a little bit better. And it's a good thing that you're offering 10% off, which is pretty standard from an e-commerce point of view. Anyway, if you X out of that 10% off, okay. So the business is My Blue Tea, and I'm hoping you are selling tea. Um, I don't know whether or not you are selling, but in principle, when anyone jumps on a website, so whether or not they're a professional marketer or not, when someone jumps on a website or look at any marketing materials, there are three primary questions that they're asking. And what are those questions, Ori?
Well, what do you do? How is it making my life better or easier, or how does it help me, succeed? And if that appeals to me, how do I get it?
Yeah,
So they're the three basic questions that you need to answer, ideally within 3 to 5 seconds, really.
absolutely. Well, or less, given how
Yeah.
fast paced everything is right now. Okay, so three key questions that I'm trying to ask when I jump on your website. The first question is, what do you sell? Now, what do you think, Ori? Do we know what they sell from the get go?
My initial reaction is because it's called My Blue Tea, and I also think how does someone get onto the page? Probably they see the URL or they see the link, or so.
Yeah.
My intuition would be they sell some type of special tea.
Hmm.
Um, However, this does sound a little bit different to I have never heard about blue tea, so I don't really know what the difference is to blue tea and herbal
Yeah.
tea or chamomile. So I'm wondering what is special about the blue tea, and um, and one thing that just overwhelms me is I have so many options to click
Mm,
or so many places to look at that
yeah.
I just don't know what to do.
Look, by staring at this moving slideshow is already giving me a headache, right? And we've only been on the website for a minute or so, right? So as I said before, anything that moves on a website is a distraction to the eyeball. Halfway through, I'm saying, oh, the coconut shake. What is it about? And then spices, curry paste, and then you go to subscription now available. Like it's just giving me so many information, and sort of I can't get a hold of what it is that you're doing right now, or what it is that you're trying to sell. Right? Look, I don't have a lot of um, I don't mind the business names and all that sort of stuff, right? So it doesn't mean that if your business is My Blue Tea, you have to sell tea, right? I'm not saying that. Like Nike means nothing, Apple means nothing, right? And Microsoft means nothing.
Well, Apple could be a
Um,
vegetable store, so
yeah, exactly, right? So I don't really have an opinion on business name, right? But particularly if your business name doesn't really have much to do with the products themselves, then on your website, on that big section, or what we would call above the fold, basically the moving slideshow that you've got, you want to have one clear big statement in terms of describing what it is that you do, what problems you're solving, and well, mostly what do you do and what problems you're solving, and then how can I buy it would mostly be in the call to action button, right? But face value right now, I don't know what this business is about, and what products am I actually purchasing now. What I can tell though is that you are an online shop, right? Because you've got shop by plan, how to buy, shop by range, right? So I sort of know. Again, this is me having spent about 3 minutes on your website now, right? But a lot, and let me tell you, your viewers would probably have much less patience once you don't hook them from the get go. Did you have anything else to say, Ori?
Well, I already have a lot of options to click. If I scroll down, I have even more, which
Wow.
that is
TV
a
channel.
a choice overwhelm. Um,
Yeah.
I can see that it's an e-commerce store, and my intuition would be it's some type of store that sells a lot of different pieces, different ingredients. It's not like a one product store.
Mm,
I can see all the different plans on the left. Um, in the middle, I can see trade inquiries, and
mm,
stockists. So I assume it's a brand that has distribution in different stores and different brands.
yeah.
But my question is, what is the purpose of this page?
Yeah.
And if it's for trade inquiries, if it's to sell certain plans, then maybe it needs to be separated more and have
Yeah.
the homepage a more cleaner, public-facing
Yeah.
site.
Yeah. So this looked like a supermarket with so many options,
Yeah.
and it can get very overwhelming very quickly. Now, um, this is one of the things that we would always tell our clients: any extra click on your website, you're losing money, right? In e-commerce, it will be slightly different, but you definitely want to create a streamlined purchasing pathway, or user experience for whoever that will come on the website. If you like, right now I'm seeing about what 15 buttons, potential buttons that I could click, right? Which means that you're leaving a lot of dozens of opportunities for people to sort of drop
Mm.
off, because there's just so overwhelming and so much to learn about your business. And once again, I'm someone who's looking to buy a product to solve a specific problem or to enhance my life in a certain way, and I need to be shown um, how to go about what's the best product to buy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a question that I would have is, especially in e-commerce, when let's say you have 30 to 50 products,
Mm,
it's hard to have your homepage being like, buy this one product. This is how it's going to make your life easier. What
yeah,
would you say is a way to consolidate
yeah,
the overwhelm
yeah.
into an easy pathway to a purchasing decision if you have 30 to 50 products?
Yeah. So the first place that I would go is to really do the deep dive in terms of messaging and your value proposition and your marketing and whatnot, to find a common denominator or a holistic problem that hopefully all of your products are going to solve. Right. So um, again, I don't even, if you keep scrolling down the website to see exactly what products are we talking about here. It looks like they've got DIY coconut shake, um,
Superfoods.
superfoods,
Looks like a lot of
health. Okay,
superfoods.
so I would probably say is more health related. If that's the case, again, I'm just hypothesizing at the moment, right? If that's the case, is there a specific rabbit hole of health that you sort of your products would specialize in? I don't know, gut health or sugar
Mhm.
free or keto or whatever, right? Um, so what is that common denominator of most of your products would contribute to, right? And it doesn't really matter if it's food and products, as long as they sort of all go into the same trajectory. It could be vegan or it could be keto. It could be, we just need to find an angle. Otherwise,
Mm.
it's just or superfoods or whatever, right? Otherwise, it's just a random marketplace for whatever under the sun. Unless you're like an eBay or a Temu or a Amazon, that they stock everything and anything and everything under the sun. You want to definitely find a niche. Niche is probably a little bit of an overrated word these days, right? You definitely want to find an angle where you are the go-to store for a particular category.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, an example would be a coffee client of ours, Boston being in Adelaide, well, actually South Australia, remote South Australia. They're award-winning coffee roastery, and obviously their pilot products would be anything coffee related, but they also sell tea and chai and chocolate and all that sort of stuff, right? Whereas their messaging would be more geared towards, we want to make sure you fill your cup with amazing drink every single day,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah.
obviously but it's very heavily geared towards coffee, but definitely, where they're talking about your day, filling your daily cup with amazing drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without compromise.
Without compromise.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm actually rocking their coffee right now in a right now. Okay,
Cool.
cool.
So yeah, we can obviously find out a little bit more about them on an about us page or benefits page. But
Yeah.
where I see the challenge is if the viewer of your website has to do their own research to understand what you do, nobody will have as much patience as a marketer because
Mm,
we are curious what people do. But people
yeah.
that are out there to buy some superfood, if they don't instantly understand that you are the go-to place for their need,
Yeah.
they're gonna leave.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay. So, what would be the starting point for Chris? I would say is you probably need to do some deep dive in understanding what we would call the character of the story, that being your customers. Um, imagine you are creating a story to invite a hero or your characters into that story. There are two things that you need to consider. Who is the character of the story? Okay, who are they in terms of are they health conscious people? We can go into the avatar stuff for a little bit, male, female, location, income, all that sort of stuff, right? But who they actually are, okay, um, and what it is, and secondly, what it is that they want. Okay, so if let's just say hypothetically, I'm saying, okay, they're health conscious people who are constantly shopping for the cheapest and highest quality health ingredients online, right? That's again me hypothesizing who they are and what it is that they want.
Mm.
Okay. Then after you've got clarity around those elements, then you can reverse engineer some of your copywriting and web design to really hit that mark. At the moment, your website looks more like an internal stock list of everything that you stock in the warehouse instead of a public facing marketing website.
Yeah.
And if Chris, if you're offended, I'm terribly sorry because I'm known for I'm known for being
Brutal
brutally
advice.
and brutally blunt in what I say to people. So I do
That's good.
apologize if you're
That's how we
offended.
learn. That's how we learn.
Okay.
Cool.
Any last thoughts for Chris from My Blue Tea before we move on? Maybe we'll just we'll just scroll through the whole website. Maybe you can give us some golden nuggets as well.
Well, I would. The main thing for me is reduce anything or remove anything that is not essential on the homepage. You have so many buttons, and I really have to think what I want to do. This video doesn't say too much. TV channel doesn't say too much. Um, even even the slideshows are okay if they are slow and they kind of have the same theme, but text on a slideshow is really difficult because I might just be reading the text and then the slideshow moves away. So I would have a static image of someone enjoying tea, and then you can have two buttons, one for buy health tea, and one inquire for trade or something, because it seems like you are very much involved in trading into different stores. And then at least it's obvious what types of products you sell, and that you are a reasonable size distributor. And then get rid of everything else, and that can be hidden in different pages, but really make the homepage as clear as possible. And you don't have to show every product under the sun here. I think if I yeah, they're just
Wow.
a lot of products. I can even load more.
Oh
um,
wow. Yeah.
just too many options to click.
Yeah. Again, and like I can think of a website which is not one of our websites, but I'm really into barefoot shoes, right? So what was that brand that I showed you the other day, Ori?
You won't believe it, but I actually purchased a couple shoes, a couple
Oh, you
pairs.
did?
I did. So
Did you want to just quickly bring that up? Maybe that
yeah,
would be a better example to show Chris.
yes, this is the site.
Yeah. Okay. So this is probably a good example to show that ha- they have got hundreds of products, but they fall into one particular category, that being barefoot shoes, right? So everything that they sell is heavily geared towards, well, if not 99% of everything that they sell is barefoot shoes. Different style, different style, different sizes, different applications, and all that sort of stuff, right? But this website is specifically designed for people who are into barefoot shoes. Well, and then if we really do the deep dive in terms of what they want and whatnot, a lot of these people are health conscious, or they love they love to find alternative way to sort of boost their health and so on and so forth. But they have the go to audience, or who the target audience is people who want barefoot shoes, right?
Mm,
And then they come on this website that just basically becomes a one stop shop for to find the best shoes that I want out of their hundreds, if not thousands, of products.
yeah, and then very simple collections too, and that's what you mean with rabbit hole. Yeah, okay. What's the target audience? Am I,
Mm.
looking after classic, casual, new arrivals, or kids?
Yep.
And then, if I go into classic barefoot, it just brings me to that collection.
Yep.
It's very, very clean, simple.
Mm.
But yeah, I got those ones.
Oh,
Got them.
nice. Well,
And
I'm
and the
becoming a bit of an evangelist for these people now, to be
yeah,
honest. Every because I have a pair of pink ones, and I get the attention when I go to the
yeah,
gym, and
yeah.
they'd be like, "Oh, where did you get it from?" And oh, yeah, it's really good price, really good product as well.
I
Anyway,
got the dress
again,
up
we're
ones
not
too.
getting
So
paid by these guys, so let's
yeah,
just not talk too much about
yeah.
it.
Um,
Um, all
cool.
right, cool. Now, so Chris, I hope that was helpful. And then obviously we're happy to have a private conversation to see if there are more things or more advice that we can give you. Anyways,
Cool.
before we finish the call, Ori, I thought it would be cool for you to show me a new shiny object that you've shown me this morning through our internal Slack.
Yeah, yeah.
That being another AI tool that you've discovered. Apparently, that is going to change the world.
It has changed the world already. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Um, the audiobooks came out and were kind of a game changer for people to listen in order to learn. And the whole podcast industry, etc., is an amazing way to learn on the go. I find you can't really read books while you drive,
Hmm.
and AI has been amazing to create written stuff and to summarize written stuff. But what Google has done, it has created a way to upload written content, or even recordings, etc., and then to create an audio summary of the content that you have created.
Hmm.
And I kind of geeked out on that this morning, and I realized, hey, how cool would it be to create an audio summary of a book? I have PDF books. I can upload into this tool, and then it will give me an audio summary.
Hmm.
And the cool thing about these audio summaries, they feel like a talk show, or like two people in a podcast talking to each other about the
Wow.
source.
Wow.
And this is an honest game changer. I actually heard it on the radio, and it sounds so real. There's banter, there is some jokes, some comments, interruptions, and it's like us two talking here on this live stream. So I just want to
But
show
who
you a
knows? This whole live experience could be AI generated for those
at
of you
some
who are watching.
at some point it will. So I just want to give you a snippet, just 30
Yeah.
seconds, of what it sounds like and what this could do for you. So I have uploaded the $100 million offers from Alex Hormozy. We all love Alex Hormozy, and his framework on how to create $1 million offers. And then if you've been part of our funnel or our marketing, or our email marketing, you know that we put a huge value on sales funnels and creating an irresistible offer,
Hmm.
because your business really breaks or wins on your based on your offer.
Yeah.
So here are 30 seconds just to a summary of the $100 million offers from Alex Hormozy. I hope you can hear this.
Can't hear it.
Okay, can't hear it?
No.
Okay, let me just. Okay, just tell a joke and I will feed it into the system.
Tell a joke. All right, that is my favorite thing to do. Well, again, at the start of the call, we talked about our upcoming StoryBrand Live workshop. So now is my opportunity to give it another shameless plug. So our upcoming November StoryBrand Live workshop, which will be the last one, the final one for the year, will be on November the 28th and 29th, and that is our link for you to sign up. We are already about 60% filled, so seats are extremely limited at this point now. We're another month and a half, and I'm pretty sure they will go very, very quickly. So if you are watching and interested to sign up to spend 2 full days with us, me and Ori and the rest of the team, to clarify your message, to work out your sales funnel, to come up with a 12-week content plan. We will also have our media team there to get professional photography and videography of a script that you and us are going to create together.
Hmm.
Everything streamlined into a 90-day workbook, and we'll give you a lot of AI masterclass, a lot of copywriting tips, and we'll actually handhold you through writing your own website and your own video script. I can go all day talking about the value that we give in the 2 full days, but I can almost guarantee you that you are going to walk away blown away with how clear your messaging is. And for people like a Chris, I think it will be very, very beneficial just reading through your website. And also you will have professional photography and video done on the same day, everything streamlined into a 90-day action plan for you to actually execute this thing. So it's not some fancy conference where you come in and listen to a fancy presentation. It's war room. So we tend to say this, right? It's a war room environment where we actually roll up our sleeves together and work on your marketing. Cool.
That's it.
That
So
was a
you have
nice
to come, you
that
have
was
to see it for yourself. And they do actually get better every month because we learn so much as well how we can serve you guys more. And the workbook gets better and better every time. So really keen to
absolutely.
see you there. But now here is the quick summary of $100 million office.
All right, buckle up because this deep dive is a wild ride. We're cracking open 100-meter offers, and let me tell you, this author, Alex Hormozy, doesn't mess around. He's got this whole Grand Slam offer concept that he claims took him from practically bankrupt to raking in $1.6 million per week across his companies.
Yeah, you read that right. He doesn't shy away from bold claims. But before we get lost in the seven-figure dreams, let's rewind to where he started. Picture this. It's Christmas Eve, and instead of sugar plums, this guy's got a bank balance of just over $1,000 and a salesman about to show up, expecting a 20.
Oh, you get the idea.
Okay. All right. Well, it does sound like a podcast, and it's got this, conversation happening.
Yeah.
And I can, because I've read the book a couple of times, and I can totally tell that was the summary of the first chapter. I'll
Yeah.
be really keen. So, can you actually tell the AI to give you, can you actually specify? I want you to summarize.
Ooh, I think it disappeared. Oh, hello? I think it disappeared. Well, I can't hear you anymore.
Blue.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Cool. You've put me on mute. Okay. All right. Well, we won't take up too much of everybody's time. What I was saying was, so I can clearly tell that that was the first
Yeah.
chapter of the book because I've
Yeah.
read this a couple of times, and I really like the fact that it was more of a lighthearted sort of podcast chat style, and I'm
Yeah.
actually pretty amazed in terms of how real everything sounds. My question is, can you actually ask the AI to summarize the book, the entire book, in say 10 minutes or something?
Yeah. So at the moment, it's an experimental feature. And what you do, you upload a bunch of sources, and then it will create an audio summary based off those sources. you can't say, hey, I want a 5 minute or 10 minutes. This one is 18 minutes. I've done a few other books. One was 20 minutes, one was, I think, 8 minutes. So it depends on
Right.
the length of the book. But
Okay.
this is just an experiment. So in the future, this is how people will create their podcast episodes. They will load in a bunch of information, they will have the episode, and then they print the script and just read it off themselves.
Amazing. And what is the name of the tool?
So it's from Google. It's called NotebookLM. And
NotebookLM from
yeah,
Google.
yeah.
Okay.
And then
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the site now. NotebookLM, and it's got a big experiment tag to
yeah,
it. Okay. Yeah, can't wait to see how this all unfold. I definitely are liking what I'm hearing. I can see some potential issues with this. Again, it'll be the same issue as what we did in the start from ChatGPT. It just can't be a one-way. Hey, here's the information. Give us a podcast,
yeah.
because over time, once people have heard it 3, 4, 5 times, they sort of like, oh, this is AI, and
Yeah.
I don't want to engage with it anymore, right? But yeah. Good.
I think for personal learning, it's amazing. If you don't want to listen to an 8-hour audiobook, just get a NotebookLM summary.
Yeah, absolutely. Good, good. All
Cool.
right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Ori. And Chris, if you're watching at some point, I hope this gives you some context in terms of where to take your website go forward. But yeah, it was fun, mate. It was
Cool.
fun.
Always is.
Good. All
Excited
right. Well,
for next time.
we'll be back for another jam session next week, and it is our priority to keep this show as consistent as possible. So
Awesome.
we'll see you guys all next week.
Sounds good. See you then.